another question would be that, see, Buddha gave this 2500 years ago. Now we are in modern times, and will the teachings be applicable in this time with technology? It's so advanced and all. And then he would say that it is timeless. Whatever technology is advanced, human mind is the same, and it follows the same basic natural law, universal law of nature. And then he would explain, he would support this Dhamma law, this natural law, with the help of Buddha's words about Paticca Samuppada, that when this comes, that comes. If this is not there, this would not come, and all that. So many people got introduced to his very scientific approach, very universal approach to Buddha's teaching, and they started getting benefited. And initially he was given this challenge that you are speaking about eradicating defilements, and if you can do that if this works with the prisoners also, then only we can believe that this works. And it happened that he did take up the challenge, and he could offer a course to prisoners in Tihar jail, and first jail was in Rajasthan and later in Tihar jail, and this prison course was for 1,000 prisoners, massive course. And he kept on doing many experiments also, like the experiment, like as people got established, like he started offering serious courses like Satipatthana course, which is a bit more of theory based, like where Satipatthana Sutta is theoretically also understood and people are practicing also. So that course was designed. Then courses of more duration, like 20-day, 30-day, 45-day courses were designed, offered, and the highest duration course is of 60-day now. So after passing out of certain eligibility criteria, people can attend these serious courses and all. So about the practice, like all whatever he was teaching was based on this Satipatthana, establishing mindfulness, as Buddha had said in Satipatthana Sutta. And two equally important aspects of this technique are, one, establishing mindfulness or sati, and second was developing equanimity. So many people do feel that equanimity is at attitudinal level, like at thought level we can develop equanimity. And you would, like as a person starts practicing, they realize that if the equanimity is only at the thinking level, only at the cognitive level, it so happens that anything undesirable it knocks down your equanimity. So if the equanimity has to be very deep rooted, and till the depth of the mind, if a person has to be equanimous, then equanimity has to be developed on the basis of understanding of impermanence on the level of bodily sensations. We know that Buddha had said that these are the three aspects of reality, that it is impermanent, it is anicca, dukkha, that it always leads to suffering, and it is anatta. Anatta means that there is no substantiality is there. So he was saying, and people experience that unless on the basis of bodily sensation, realization of impermanence of bodily sensation, this equanimity is developed, it is not long lasting and it is not beneficial. So this was one important feature of this Vipassana centric approach. Now another thing, in this Satipatthana Sutta, Buddha said that there are fourfold foundations of mindfulness: Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana, and Dhammanupassana. You are aware, Kayanupassana is awareness of your bodily states. Vedananupassana, awareness of your, in literature, Buddhist literature will find the word feelings. You are aware of your bodily feelings, whether they can be pleasant, unpleasant or neutral feelings. Third, Chittanupassana is awareness of your mental states. And lastly, Dhammanupassana is awareness of your mental contents. Goenka ji, with the understanding, theoretical as well as practical understanding, said that this Vedananupasana is actually awareness of bodily sensation. And like if it is said that awareness of bodily feelings, it is misunderstood at times. And what Buddha wanted to say is more about awareness of bodily sensation. And when very senior monks also started practicing this, they realized that yes, what he is saying is true. And of course, it was not Goenkaji's innovation. It was in this tradition which was giving focus on bodily sensation. So this was another important feature of this whole Vipassana centric approach. That Vedana is important. Vedana means bodily sensations, and Sampajanya is also important. Sampajanya is wisdom based on your bodily sensations, that they are changing every moment. Now, third feature of this whole thing, of his whole approach, was he did realize that theoretical understanding of Buddha's words is necessary. They do support your practice. But he would always say that let us, the word should support your practice. If you remain only with the theoretical understanding, the benefit, you would not get the benefit of these words of Buddha's teaching, that is eradication of suffering. He himself established Vipassana Research Institute in 80s, which is around 20 years after starting the first course, first Vipassana Center in India. But then Vipassana Research Institute now also is doing researches, empirical researches, theoretical researches. The whole Tipitaka was offered in a, organized together in a CD room by Vihara and all. But still, the focus of this tradition is always on actual practice of Vipassana. Okay, going ahead. So, it happened that he was focusing on practice. He was doing experiments also of Dhamma's teaching in various groups from different backgrounds, that initially people from irrespective of any religion would come. Now he was thinking that can we offer these courses can we design special courses for teenager people, teenager students. So a shorter course was designed for teenagers very recently. The next challenge was, is it necessary that a person has to be a teenager or an adult to get the benefits of Vipassana? Can something of Buddha's words, Buddha's teaching be offered to children also? And it wasn't realized that children can learn at the age of 8, 9, can learn Anapana, which is the basic technique. In a 10-day Vipassana course, students learn Anapana, which is awareness of breath, Vipassana, awareness where they focus more on bodily sensation, and lastly, Metta Bhavana. So this first technique, awareness of breath, Anapana, can be taught even to children. So he designed Anapana courses for children. So like that, he kept experimenting so that Dhamma spreads to many more people. It happened that I already shared that centers got established out of India also. Like he visited many Asian countries as well, and he was continuously in dialogues with monks over there. He did have a dialogue with His Holiness Dalai Lama. In a way, he was trying to reach out to many people and was explaining this Vipassana centric approach to these people. It happened so that in 2000, in Millennium World Peace Conference, organized at United Nations by the General Secretary of United Nations, Kofi Annan by then, many religious spiritual leaders were invited in this conference, Goenka was also invited in this conference. And it happened that the issue of religious conversion was coming to the front again and again. Some people were for conversion, some people were against this conversion, and the whole topic was debated a lot. Heated arguments were there. Goenka stood up, he started addressing, like it was a short dialogue, like short address, and he started saying that it is just 14 minutes and it is available on YouTube also. Like if you are interested, you can very well listen to that. And he said that I am for conversion. Imagine like where there is this debate going on, argument going on about this thing, like one person saying that I am for conversion, and then next he says that I am for conversion from misery to happiness, from bondage to liberation. And you can imagine, like it was so much appreciated, people gave standing ovation to these things. He said religion remains religion if it unites, if it doesn't, it doesn't. It is not a religion. Later on, he addressed many other world conferences, also World Economic Forum being one of them. So this is the story of Goenka. And in a nutshell, I would say that Goenka has taught Dhamma, not Buddhism. He has taught Buddha's words and not Buddhism per se. And so with these words, I'll conclude this session over here. And may all those, like whoever listened to this session, listen to this lecture, get encouraged to walk on the path of the Buddha's teaching. So thank you.